Tonight on Tuesday Newsbeat.
A local Louisiana rapper faces legal threats.
The Health Center focuses on student mental wellness.
And a new fashion show shares styles and colors spanning the rainbow.
All this and more, Tuesday Newsbeat starts now.
Good evening and welcome to Tuesday Newsbeat. I'm Lexi DeCastro.
And I'm Cooper Dick.
Tonight, breaking news in a case involving an LSU student who authorities say was raped and afterwards struck and killed by a car in 2023. Louisiana's First Circuit Court of Appeals will not allow evidence of Madison Brooks' past sexual behavior in future court proceedings for now. One consideration the court cited was the Rape Shield law, which prohibits introducing a victim's past sexual behavior to protect their privacy. In January of 2023, Brooks left Reggie's in Tigerland with 4 men when she asked for a ride home. 2 of the men are accused of raping Brooks before she was dropped off on Burbank, where she was later struck and killed by a car near Pelican Lakes Parkway. All 4 suspects are indicted in connection with her death. Moving on to sports, for the 3rd straight year, the LSU women's basketball team is moving on to the Sweet 16 in the NCAA tournament. The Lady Tigers snagged a 30-point victory over Florida State Monday night in the PMAC. It was neck and neck in the first half, but LSU majorly stepped up their defense in the second half, outscoring the Seminoles 51-22. The usual stars, Anissa Morrow, Flau'jae Johnson, and Michaela Williams, combined for over half of the team's 101 points. However, it was Smythe Smith and the guards off the bench who were the unsung heroes of the game by getting the ball in scoring position.
We talk about the big 3 at LSU, and they deserve every bit of it. But I think they'll quickly tell you, what else can you write about them? Start writing about the other 5, the other 6, because this weekend they were special.
The Lady Tigers will head to Spokane, Washington next to face NC State in the Sweet 16.
Louisiana rapper Boosie is facing threats of legal action for using the image of recently deceased Southern University student Caleb Wilson to promote his music festival. Boosie allegedly talked to Caleb Wilson's father about creating a scholarship in Caleb's name. The rapper planned on announcing the scholarship at his annual Boosie Bash Music Festival, which was held at the Southern University campus. Attorney General Liz Murrill says that the family did not know Caleb's name and photo would be used on the promotional flyers.
As students find themselves in the final stretch of the semester, they may be susceptible to scamming calls or messages if they don't know about the signs. Reporter Abigail Anderson has more on how to protect yourself from these potential scams.
Online phishing schemes are scams that are used to trick people into giving up personal information by using deceptive tactics. As the world becomes increasingly more online and technology improves, it is important for people of all ages to know signs and how to protect themselves from cyber criminals. Some of the most common forms of scams include email phishing, smishing scams via text, and angler phishing through social media.
I think there's no way to definitively stop them, but users can take some care in terms of looking at the intent of the message. So if the intent of the message seems sort of outlandish or large financial rewards are promised or something that don't really seem realistic, you should assume that it's a scam.
While there is no way to stop phishing scammers from reaching you, there are signs to identify potential scammers. To protect students and staff from spoofing and phishing scams, LSU's cybersecurity team sends out test emails to discern who falls for them.
LSU sometimes sends out test emails and, sees if students or faculty or staff click on the things and do the bad stuff. But in general, I think it's a really difficult problem.
Even though there's no way to stop phishing scams, understanding how scammers work, looking out for red flags, and keeping your personal information private are all ways you can keep yourself from being a fish out of water. This is Abigail Anderson reporting for Tiger TV.
To better protect yourself from scams, avoid clicking on any suspicious links from unknown numbers or emails. For more information on how to keep your private information protected, you can apply for LSU's Cybersecurity Threat and Vulnerability Assessment Clinic.
Students often lose motivation throughout the semester, but Tiger Wellness Week aimed to help them push through with various engaging, relaxing, and fun activities. Hosted by the Student Health Center all of last week, Tiger Wellness Week featured events such as plant positivity, a blood drive, UREC events, and mental health tasks to promote students' physical and mental well-being. Licensed prevention professional Lori Anderson says bringing wellness initiatives like this to schools can make a real difference.
Sometimes just making things aware that they're there is the first step, because a lot of people just don't know. And a lot of people don't feel that it's okay. So when you make people aware, you advertise it, you have it out in the open for people, it's not only saying like, hey, we care, but like, hey, you're not the only person dealing with something.
The Student Health Center aims to support students all year long. Visit their wellness page for more tips on promoting your health.
Coming up, Gracie Guillot is back with more last-minute spring break on a budget plans.
And a new fashion exhibit has just hit campus. We'll tell you all about it after the break.
The Purple Room is back.
We're back this semester with episodes every Friday.
And we're talking the latest on everything LSU sports, news, lifestyle, and more.
And we're bringing you some exclusive interviews with top-tier guests.
The Purple Room Podcast.
Tune in every Friday wherever you get your podcasts.
How do you know when you've made the right decision? It's the feeling you get in your gut. The one that tells you what's right or wrong. It's the one that says, sure, I can have a drink. Or the feeling that says, okay, I've been drinking. Now what? It's the voice inside you that says, I'm buzzed. Better leave the car when it's time to go. Plan ahead. Catch a sober ride. Buzz driving is drunk driving.
I'm an ex-drug dealer, and I'll be your sub today. Two milligrams of fentanyl can be lethal. A lethal dose is in here. Who gets it, I won't know.
It's cheap, it's potent, and it's profitable.
The sad reality is, fentanyl is being mixed into everything now.
More kitchen now.
You need some help?
Your tow chains are a little loose. Could spark a wildfire. I could show you how to secure them properly if you'd like.
Sure. Thanks a lot.
Anytime. You should check out SmokeyBear.com. They've got a bunch of tips on wildfire prevention.
Only you can prevent wildfires.
Back, we're a week away from spring break, and now's the time to secure those last-minute plans. Gracie Guillot has you covered with part 2 of her spring break on a budget plans.
That's right. Welcome to part 2 of Breaking on a Budget for those who need an in-state getaway for spring break next week without breaking the bank. First up, the obvious, New Orleans. Now, you could honestly spend a whole week in this city and still not experience everything it has to offer. But if you just want to get away for a few days of fun, it has so many attractions such as City Park, Audubon Zoo, Mardi Gras World, and of course, the French Quarter. As far as the nightlife scene, the iconic Bourbon Street holds most of the party, with places like Pat O'Brien's, Bourbon Heat, and Tropical Isle, and so much more. Now, for all the delicious Louisiana food, Brennan's, Antoine's, and Commander's Palace are known for serving up the best Creole cuisine. For more of a brunch vibe, the Ruby Slipper, the Court of Two Sisters, and of course, Café du Monde are just some of the essentials. Moving on to a more relaxing getaway, St. Francisville is not too far from the capital city. This town has so much history with places like the haunted Myrtles Plantation and the Rosedown Plantation and Gardens. It's also famous for some beautiful hiking trails, one of my favorites being Tunica Hills. And as far as food, the Saint Restaurant and Bar, the Francis, and Magnolia Cafe are a few of their most popular spots. With a variety of bed and breakfast options, it's the perfect place for a quick trip with the girls or a small group. And last but not least, for all of you fishing lovers, Grand Isle is known for the best fishing spots in Louisiana. Grand Isle State Park offers 2 miles worth of beaches with various water charters like Calm Water Charters and Jefferson Parish Charter Boat Fishing. This place is the perfect spot to get a group together, rent an Airbnb, cook on the grill, and enjoy the water. No matter what your plans are next week, we here at Tiger TV hope everyone has a fun and safe break. Remember to send in your most memorable spring break videos to our Instagram at LSU Tiger TV for a chance to be featured on our upcoming entertainment show.
LSU is getting all dressed up to hit the runway. Color Me Fashion, a new clothing exhibit, opened this week at the LSU Textile and Costume Museum. Reporter Mila Fair has more on how this exhibit is challenging fashion and research.
With over 45 different looks and accessories, the Color Me Fashion exhibit challenges the color wheel, complementary colors, and cultures. I had a chance to speak to graduate assistant Morgan Stravinsky about where the Color Me Fashion title came from.
From a Barbara Streisand special called Color Me Barbara, and then that kind of like opened a new train of thought, and he kind of had this different thought web that came with it. So it definitely did, and it definitely gave us a way to kind of like play with colors in an interesting way. You know, there are like these different color relationships, but a lot of times people don't experiment and branch out and put them together.
Beyond color, the exhibit explores how different cultures and their relationships with fashion can affect styling. They focused in on a specific community close to Baton Rouge's heart.
Our Hindi Holi festival, which I thought was really fun and just like kind of a unique approach to showing fashion. There's a few different cultural items that we put in here, but it kind of just goes to show how like art and celebrations and things like that can really inspire research.
Each year, the Costume and Textile Museum features a new theme for students to engage with, although this is one of the first years they have highlighted culture and research at the same time. From beautiful gowns and garments, the exhibit highlights facts about origins of pieces and cultures, sending all the fashion back to the desk. For Tiger TV, I'm Mila Fair.
The exhibit always offers free admission every Monday through Friday and the first Sunday every month from 11 a.m. to 4 p.m.
Today is International Waffles Day. After the break, we have more on how you can still celebrate the breakfast food holiday.
The Purple Room is back.
We're back this semester with episodes every Friday.
And we're talking the latest on everything LSU sports, news, lifestyle, and more.
And we're bringing you some exclusive interviews with top-tier guests.
The Purple Room Podcast.
Tune in every Friday wherever you get your podcasts.
How do you know when you've made the right decision? It's the feeling you get in your gut. The one that tells you what's right or wrong. It's the one that says, sure, I can have a drink. Or the feeling that says, okay, I've been drinking. Now what? It's the voice inside you that says, I'm buzzed. Better leave the car when it's time to go. Plan ahead. Catch a sober ride. Buzz driving is drunk driving.
Breakfast is the most important meal of the day, and today it was extra special.
That's right, Cooper. And the day isn't over yet. Reporter Courtney Evans has more on why today is so special.
If you need an excuse to eat something sweet and fluffy, well, today is International Waffle Day, and it is the perfect time to celebrate with this breakfast favorite. Baton Rouge has many places to get this fluffy treat, but I'm going to give you 3 of the best. Coming in at number 1, we have the Ruby Slipper Cafe, best known for them Southern-style waffles topped with fresh fruit, powdered sugar, and sometimes fried chicken. Next, we have Louis Cafe, a Baton Rouge classic, serving up some of the best traditional waffles in the city. And finally, we have Waffle House, because sometimes you just need a classic all-star waffle meal with a perfectly cooked waffle. We heard from an employee at the Waffle House establishment who shares why people should celebrate Waffle Day.
Because we are a family-oriented place, and other than the waffles, we bring communities together with our different flavors of waffles.
It's never too late for good food, so be sure to head out to one of those 3 places and treat yourself to a waffly happy meal.
Thanks, Courtney. That's all the time we have for tonight. Tune into our shows every Monday through Thursday, live at 5. Until then, I'm Cooper Dick.
And I'm Lexi DeCastro. Thanks for joining us.